Oh, there's always one time where I forget to remove the banner. Anyway, well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... At last, we finally reached the time where we're going to review Lovestruck. Oh, wait, never mind. It's a different Lovestruck. And trust me, I was as surprised as anyone, although I guess technically not really, because, because with Gacha series, a lot of the time they do end up with different names to how they start. So, that's honestly, that's fair enough. Of course, it invites inevitable comparisons when it is literally the favorite series of one people who is watching this. Not me, I mean, in the chat. So yeah, we'll see what's going on here. There's definitely some theorizing as to what this actually consists of, basically. I did mention in the description of the red string gacha soulmate trend without those words necessarily. It does seem to be going in that direction. And Ghostgate pointed out that I guess it might have a bit more comparison to a different Gacha Guild Award nominee from the same year. And that would be Soulbound in this case, because, yeah, stories set in a world where become of age, and of course he gets soulmates and stuff, and yeah. I don't know if this one will go in the heart marks of the cheek bit, but yeah, definitely the strings thing. Always a fun thing when, your free will gets taken away from you is something as crucial to, the human condition as romance. Really love this trope, everyone. Fantastic. But again, we don't know if that's what's actually going to happen or not. So, I guess we'll see. So anyway, oh, your story Soulbound. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. I know there was a video that was to do with that topic. I said it wasn't called Soulbound. All right, I'm going to stop talking now and invite Aiden in.
Hello. I will say, yeah, I find the whole soulmate things to be very disturbing and kind of gross. The only story I would accept with the whole soulmate premise is if the whole premise was used to be like, yeah, soulmates are stupid and this is awful. That's the only way I would accept like a soulmate's present or like premise being like, oh, everyone has a distant soulmate, and it's like, I disagree with that. And the main character disagrees with that for whatever reason. Being like, yeah, no, that's just weird.
Yeah, as it turns out, the main character's just asexual.
The character's like, your main
soulmate. But yeah, like, absolutely, someone like actually, which, incidentally, feels like a similar idea to Unbounded, in a sense. Although probably could be no, I'm saying it could be better executed, because the thing with Unbounded is that it is the unbounded people who are even able to fight back in the first place. If someone's able to or wants to go out their way to try and break this trend, basically, then having to fight against like their very nature and the curse inflicted upon them would be something quite compelling. If it, actually, truth be told, if they teamed up with the person who they were soul bonded with, basically explain their motivation, and then they had to actually go ahead and go on this quest of some kind in order to like break their soul bond, all the while actively falling for each other and questioning whether or not that's actually really what's going on, or they're just being compelled by the curse. There's how large is their free will and how futile is their mission.
You're just describing Star Wars Force of Evil.
Yeah, I'm describing an episode of Star vs. Forces of Evil. They do it very quickly, actually. They realized it was like, let's go burn our feelings. Ha! No, yeah.
They do it quite awfully in Star vs. Forces of Evil, because they do it in like a lack of nuance, being like, oh, well, it wasn't the curse, even though it kind of was implementing the curse beforehand, but you know.
I feel like they kind of had to undo the curse because people are caught on to the fact that, you know, nothing was, you know, technically.
Yeah, but they later in the story tried to be like, oh no, totally, the curse had nothing to do with our feelings, despite the fact that they had romantic feelings with each other was only brought up because of the blood moon. Like the blood moon episode, like what was it, like episode 8 of season 1 onwards is when the idea of romantic feelings, like the rest could be read easily as super platonic, and then, you know, but like it only got explicitly romantic starting with the blood moon, and then, you know, got reminded with the whole Jackie kiss and like some other stuff in the middle of the show.
Yeah, so the blood moon is a perfect example of like how the soulmate trend ends up, you know, ends up backfiring against itself anyway. So yeah, naturally, you know, anyone who tries to do something against that, but I don't know. I feel like if it was like a longer thing of like a, you know, a more enduring quest of some kind, and, you know, especially when they're trying to compete against like the audience as well, you know, whether or not they actually want them to realize their feelings for each other or not, so they actually come to terms with the fact that that's not what's going on and they're being compelled artificially, which is essentially how every romance story works, of being compelled artificially to root for somebody if it's set up correctly. You know, there could be a lot of like fun commentary involved in that, to be honest.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. That would be pretty cool. You know what? What if that was our Minecraft musical, actually? I know we passed around a lot of ideas for Minecraft musicals, but that would be such an interesting musical, because, like, you know, most musicals are romance-based or have major elements of romance.
That's true.
The anti-romance musical.
All right, well, we'll put it on the list.
Although I would argue some musicals are hurt by a certain romance, and Wicked and Firo. I'm just saying, Glinda X Elphaba. Come on, that is clearly the superior romance, or a superior concept of a romance.
Right.
I'm just saying their relationship is pivotal to the show, and then some man is introduced to ultimately have them fight over.
I don't know. To be honest, I actually do like the fact that they didn't, you know, that they didn't go in that direction, because you know how there's a lot of talk about like how people, like, you know, how like portrayals of male friendships end up, you know, with people like shipping them. Gorrance would be a perfect example, actually, when it comes to just like bromances and like the gap between them. And it makes it feel like every like male friendship that is portrayed in something, if it's like deep enough, people are going to start like rooting for them to get together on purpose. And it's like, well, where does the line get drawn? Same thing with female friendships. I actually really like that they stuck to that, and they didn't feel tempted to, you know.
I don't know. For me in Wicked, it feels more of like early 2000s symptoms of, you know, like early 2000s being like, oh, this whole story is like pivotal in these two women's relationships, and they're just friends, and they were roommates, you know, because like
if I recall, the book was written in the 90s, so that would kind of track, I suppose, timeline wise.
Even in the book, there were like kisses, and there were some quote unquote romantic, like Glinda in the book, when she first saw Elphaba, she was like, "What is this feeling? It's something new. I had this weird attraction to you." Like, it was like,
that goes into a different territory. That goes into queer baiting. That's a whole separate issue.
Yeah, but like I will say, Wicked for a story for me would have been so much better if the whole Firo thing was like closer to a friendship between the girls, and the girls just got together, or I don't know. If it was
interesting, I feel the same way about Elphaba and Glinda.
Listen, I just don't think. I just think their relationship is so pivotal for me for the musical that anything that Fiero and Elphaba or Fiero and Glinda could give just doesn't. The Fiero thing doesn't give enough for a romantic relationship in the
Yeah,
case of the musical to like. It's like the Glinda. The Glinda
I mean,
and
sure,
Elphaba is
that's
so
a
much better.
different shortcoming. That's
It's
a
so much
different
better.
shortcoming in that case. Yeah,
Like I'm
I feel
so
like you're collating those two issues, like the romance not being strong enough, the friendship being like too strong in comparison. Those two work
too
against each
strong.
other.
It's too strong. The friendship is way too strong, and the romantic relationship isn't strong
Mm.
enough. So it's like, I would prefer this coupling over this coupling. It's like, listen. I mean, even if you didn't give the relationship a happy ending, where like Alpha still faked her death, I would still be okay with that on the basis that maybe they had a romantic confession and they kissed, and then she still had to leave her, but at least there was something there. At least we had a moment, where it's like they got together for a moment. It still ended in some sort of tragedy, but at least it feels less of they literally sung an anti-love song. They sung it. Loathing is literally the anti-love song they sung.
That kind of feels like a hint towards there not being, not going through with it. But anyway, for me, again, it feels the whole like male friendships and female friendship thing I mentioned earlier is the same way that I feel about again male and female friendships and Reina and Julius, for example, and that whole thing of which I did experience people shipping them towards the beginning before I cracked down on that basically.
We gave Julius a whole nother ship, and Reina also had a ship.
Yes, that was part of my motivation.
although Reina's ship was obviously bad on purpose because
yes, and it was introduced after Agatha was, so that's a whole that was I mean, obviously, between them, Jews would have been more than ideal in comparison, but that's not the point I was making.
What actually inspired you to actually have it be Agatha and Julius? Like, was there like a reason when writing season 2 or coming up with the season 2 character of Agatha, or like was there a particular reason you decided to pair Agatha with Julius, or?
Weirdly enough, it's a very similar thing to like how Nathaniel and Hare end up together years later by complete accident, and arguably also Fred and Mer in the same way. It's the idea of like they're pairing off of someone who is like abundantly positive and somebody who is basically depressed.
Fair enough.
That's one of the romantic tropes that I keep leaning into because all the time you feel like this a person who like feels like the world isn't fully against them, having someone offer them such kindness, someone who offers such kindness anyway, but like having that in turn like even be reciprocated, not one that was there when they're with no ulterior motive. That's one of the things that I like. So yeah, that's why.
Lore reason why. Wait, what is their chef name? Julitha? Julitha? Julitha?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of I feel like that's probably my place to like specify because I know that like certain creators will like specifically come up with ship names, but I feel like it's probably oftentimes it's better when the fandom itself actually does it. Unless the fandom name is terrible, in which case I'll correct it.
I don't know. I think Marwick X Morwenna is like Marwenna. I think would probably be. Agatha.
Well, yes, that's the only good alternative. The alternative is Morwick, and that's terrible.
Morwick. Yeah. Morwick. Oof. Yeah, Marwenna.
Yeah. This is something that I have pondered but never like said out loud or like made in a official capacity.
I don't know. I think Jagatha would be better.
That's only one letter of Julius's name though.
Yeah, it would be Julitha.
Agathulius is. I
don't know. Sounds like a dinosaur. Giving me dinosaur.
A little bit, I suppose. Honestly, it gives me like genus of species in general. I don't know. Homo Agathulius. I don't know.
That's what their kid's gonna be called.
Realism. Oh my goodness! As opposed to Prelix, yeah.
Felix?
That's
Wait.
Felix and Prism. Yeah. Outside fandom names,
yeah.
of course, are just going to be like random stuff in general. Yeah.
Okay, I was about to be like, that's not how you spell Empress. Like, oh wait, because that's like the only like official ship we've had with with Felix. Besides that one time, so one time was suggested having Felix X aged up Reina, which was a weird concept. I was like, ew.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
like,
I've had a lot of people like proposing like aged up ships of characters and such, and it's like,
aged up ships are just kind of gross to me. It's like, oh, you know,
where is the origin point coming from? is the question I would have in that case.
This is like aged up ships. Like, okay, this character is 13 now, but what if they were 18 and this character was like 30? You know,
you know. To be honest, I see out of all of these options, by the way, Julitha is it's definitely. I think that one's the one that sounds the best. Yeah.
Julitha does sound pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's their kid's name. That's their future child's name, obviously. Julitha.
That's like, yeah. That's like Aphmau and Arnos. They're like, hey, here's our baby Armal. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, no, it could be Athen.
You just okay.
Athen.
Yes, it could, but I was comparing it to what you said just now about Julitha. It doesn't work if you change the name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm just giving you hypothetical baby names because just in case we see a baby in the future with that name, we'll know who their parent is. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Yes, of course. Let me talk about the Candace and Peter ship now. Yes, Cat P is terrible, I agree. Anyways, on to Lovestruck, let's go. Without further ado, on with the review.
Hey, look, it's Travis from the end of
doesn't
season 6.
have very long.
How long?
Talking to Dante, in fact, from season 1, really, when his hair was lighter.
Dante's visiting him. In the Guardian Forces hospital. And
honestly, he probably should do that.
We obviously have Garth here talking to crap. Who has this kind of hair color in
Ivy?
Ivy's red though. This is like purplish.
It's more desaturated, but it's the closest.
Yeah,
unless you want to go like Layla from Mod Worlds, I don't think that counts.
About a couple of days.
How are you doing, Mom?
Oh, look, Squatchan.
Good.
Yes, I was purposely being like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, so I will say I do enjoy the style of Gacha. I think the style of Gacha is kind of cute. It's kind of how I do my Gacha. But also, I don't know, like for me with the modern day Gacha style, like everybody tries to alter the Gacha characters to the point where like they're super tall and skinny with super tiny heads. I don't know. There's just something classic and nice about this Gacha style. Something just nice and comforting about it.
That is true. There is a reason that they didn't really change their like core aesthetic style after Gachaverse. They just they just kind of like pruned and perfected it.
It's just a nice art
so,
style.
So yeah, I do get that. Obviously, I can understand the impulse that people have to customize the character to make them seem like more unique. It's an immediate source of praise for some people. But I definitely think there's a point where one can go too far with that concept, and that's where you get like the shrunken heads, for example.
I've seen some concepts where it's like the hands are just like not even the hands, the arms are just weirdly large for the whole body because the body has been like morphed to a point where it's super skinny, but the arms haven't been morphed that much, and they just look like giant hands. Like, why are your hands so disproportionately larger than the rest of you?
Yeah, I'm surprised that gets a pass from people, but yeah. With this style, all you have to worry about is the random dislocated shoulders that happen sometimes. Hi there, Grandma.
Honestly, I think the main reason why people like it is because they see effort has been put into it. They're like, oh, I like it, but you should put an effort. But at the same time,
yeah, that's the trap that you run into with a lot of the ways that people do gacha visuals, and I pointed that out like a number of times. Where it's like someone will purposely make it so that that's apparent that someone will give them praise immediately for being able to pull that kind of thing off. And, even more subtle details like, like the custom backgrounds, the inclusion of blankets and such, they actually go like somewhat unnoticed. And arguably, to some people, a lot of the point of like editing and visuals, to a certain degree, is to make things not apparent. You know, like that, like when masking occurs, you're not supposed to draw attention to the fact that something's been masked. That's, you know, it's meant to look natural. Same thing with a lot of lighting. Actually, you know, it becomes like very extreme in certain cases, but you know, the best lighting are the ones that, you know, you only either just notice or your brain subconsciously feeds into it. But of course that doesn't like garner you the immediate attention reaction from people as soon as you actually start the video in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of the reason behind, you know, why certain videos end up getting like put on like the best of the best list without someone actually checking through them, and that's what we're here for. So let's continue.
Just happy to have the people I love around me before.
Don't say things like that.
Whoa.
Dobby is happy to be surrounded by his friends. Harry Potter. Anyway,
Have to
Don't
face
say
the
that.
truth.
You're not allowed to say that. We hate you here.
the screen. If you squint the faded pink lady's hair, it's got faint, almost TV screen lines going through it. I wonder what that's about. I do see what you mean.
It's on the whole screen, though. It's on the whole
Yeah.
screen.
It's
looks
You could like look like the corner above Granny, like the walls there. You can still see it. I think that's just whatever filter they put on the screen here. Again, subtle things people only never quite noticed. Maybe this is implying this takes place like sometime in the past, and you know, Granny's actually been gone for years or something. Maybe the main character is this kawaii-chan looker here.
We're looking for a security camera.
Actually, based on the thumbnail, it's entirely possible that, you know, the main character is this child that end up growing up after this event. Maybe Granny's gonna be like, I hope you find your soulmate someday. Praise be the soulmate system. That's her last words, and then, you know, and then eventually, you know.
Oh God! Hopefully the story doesn't go that direction. Unless they try to deconstruct soulmates, that's the only way to be acceptable to me.
Yeah. Alternatively, the Granny is like, you know that I actually remarried. Wait, you can do that? That's a thing? And then suddenly that's that whole trajectory.
Wait, in the world of soulmates, is divorce a thing? Ooh.
I wonder if you have to like go to like a very specific like divorce lawyer wizard that can sever the string between you.
But you'd have to like make a new string, being like, Alakazam, you've been connected to a different person now, and he just like crosses everyone else's wires.
No, it's like that one episode of Rick and Morty where Joe makes a Love Finders app.
Oh God.
Yeah, there we go. I was about to tell everyone except the little girl, like subtle details.
I kind of see it on little girl. I kind of see some lines on her hair too. So.
Yeah, well, her brightness is kind of offsetting it. It would be a monumental effort to go, not an impossible one, but you know, a significant one to outline the girl specifically. Actually, no, maybe not. No, forget I said that. You could do it fairly easily. Just green screen over top of a separate layer, render out everything else. Yeah, never mind. I convinced myself into it. It could be done, but apparently it wasn't.
Come here, Ari Bug.
Hi, Grandma.
Don't cry.
Are you
I can't. I physically haven't been directed to do so.
gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. Ariel, can you
You know,
please
every
be
time in a
something?
show like this, someone says, "I'll be fine." They aren't fine.
Well, it's usually when they say I'm fine, but yeah, I'll be fine is a similar problem. You're right.
I'll be fine.
Promise
Don't
me.
worry about me. Oh God, not a promise.
Oh, there's a yeah.
No matter what happens, you will always have hope and love with you.
Oh, I thought she was gonna be like, I promise me you won't tie yourself down to the first soulmate that walks across. Be a free woman, free. I'll be fine. Dies immediately.
Oh, that'd be awful. There to find me. I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Promise.
Thank you.
While I have hope in my heart, there will always be a reason and a push to go on. Oh, never mind.
I will always be with you.
Oh,
Mom?
and guys,
Wait a sec, I can make it. I found my second wind. You haven't seen that one yet. We'll get there. We'll get there in Starkid. Anyway, also, she just smacked her head against the wall, because she was too far up on the bed. There was no pillow, and there's also, I guess there was no way to put like an EEG in here somewhere, so you could actually, see what is flatlining, because she's connected to nothing currently.
Doctors!
Grandma? Grandma?
Don't you hear the beeping? Don't you hear the beeping? She's dead. You're not that young.
Grandma!
Grandma.
Oh.
And there it is, main character grown up, of course. I'm counting all powers for both of us. You for that thing and me for this.
Hey, Ariel, could you come here for a second?
I like how she has the same blanket style as the hospital. I feel like at the very least, dye the blanket the color of the bed sheets to make it look more convincing.
No, here's what happened. After the grandma died, the hospital gave them the blanket as consolation prize, and she just cuddles with it every time she gets lonely with her grandma. Yeah, I just think it's a filter on the screen. I think it's a filter.
Yeah, so I guess it wasn't, for the flashbacks, basically. Yeah.
Coming.
Oh. She got
Yeah. Yep. Classic, yeah. Good use of keyframes, by the way. But just needs to make sure they stretch one of those out even if it goes over the layers. Also good use of masking here. I can see that it's a little bit of a squiggly situation going on with the window panes there, but nice attempt to make it seem like the house is not, in a
void.
The house is semi-detached. Yeah. What's happening outside? I think that's just a separate building, basically.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that the block composition is important, and we're going to end up seeing that house sometime later, an exterior shot of some kind, maybe.
Thinking about Grandpa lately.
Okay.
How would you feel?
Because I will say, I'm not, I'm not against these kind of details. Normal, because I have also edited those kind of things. Like I edited Malwick's apartment in the remake last year to be above a certain point, because that was the original vision in the first place. Because why would you have a balcony otherwise? But yeah, but that's not the thing that I would do without a purpose behind it. It's got to be just be so it'll be nice there. A good old building. Yeah, I'm never going to draw attention to it ever. And it's never going to be significant anyway.
Went there?
For a visit?
No, we moved there.
Wait. Really?
Out of the blue? We're just gonna move to see Grant. Okay, what about our house here in life?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons where someone would uproot themselves and go there randomly. I think maybe there's something else going on with the mother, but she's just saying hey, wouldn't it be fun to live with Grandpa? Because I don't know. She doesn't want to say, hey, guess what? I've been laid off or something like that. I don't know.
Wouldn't it be fun to go live with Grandpa? I mean, ignore the eviction notice on the door. Ignore that. We're gonna go live with him. 2 reasons.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there was a missed call for you or something. Someone from the electric company saying that we owe them. It's Grandpa. Yeah. But focus on the positives in this case, I suppose. That was very squished together. I bet it costs a pretty pain to live in. Well, there's your answer there. I guess that's why. Or maybe the idea is because the grandpa lives in the countryside or something, and maybe just a contrast later on, there's the big city. Potentially that could also be the reason.
I don't know. I was just thinking, your grandpa's there all on his own, and I miss him. And I bet.
Ah, yes, I was just thinking, he's been all on his own, presumably for several years, seeing as you are significantly older now than when Grandma died,
Yeah,
but
it's been 6 to 7 years, 6 to 8 years at this point, maybe even 10. Oh God, no!
You set it up! You set it up! I was just delivering the punchline!
They're numbers! Why can't I say normal numbers now? They're numbers. They're right next to each other in the.
I'm saying this good to my cousin.
He misses us.
I would love that. I miss when we were with them.
It might feel different now that Grandma isn't there, but we can make the best of it.
What do you mean? Hold on. It might feel different. You mean you haven't visited in all that time?
Grandma died.
Like, what, 6 or 7 years, whatever, how long it's been, but, like, seriously? No wonder he's all on his own. No wonder you're feeling guilty. Of course you wouldn't want to move there.
I'll miss you guys.
Us too.
I think some.
I'll miss you, whoever I am. Good time to meet me. Right, so I'm about to say goodbye, of course.
Someone will miss you even more.
I'll miss you very, very much.
I'll miss.
And I will also miss you. I want to say Allison? How to introduce characters, everyone.
I mean, I guess I do think this is decent, at least on the basis that you at least established that she's leaving life. But at the same time, the fact that they're arbitrarily moving away one day out of the blue to go live near or with Grandpa, even though they have a pre-established life here with presumably like a friend, like the mom has a friend, and there's a younger sister who looks up to our main protagonist. I think this is a little bit weird from a setup perspective, you know, like out of the blue.
It's because they did it in the wrong order. They should have met these characters first and then had them say goodbye.
I mean,
I guess in the 2010 Karate Kid movie they did the same thing roughly, but you know, I mean. So I guess, but I don't know that even then, you know, must like have like a scene of something of Dre with them before. I don't know.
I mean, I probably would have had the story established when she wakes up. The mom asks her how moving's going. Maybe you see boxes around the house or something, or like packing's going, and like have it be on the day they're leaving. And I don't know. I feel that's probably how I would have did it instead of introducing the idea of them moving in a random scene. Having them decide to move in a scene, have it be pre-decided before a story technically starts or after flashback, sometime after flashbacks ended, they decide it, and then transition into it. Because again, moving is kind of a lot, and it kind of just feels like more like on the dime. Unless you're leaning to like financial reasons, that would be one thing. But it kind of seems like she's just, I miss Grandpa. We're moving.
Yeah. She didn't do herself any favors by pointing out they haven't visited.
More.
Yeah, I mean...
Why do you have to leave?
I don't know, that's a lot of money.
Good question. Good question. Why do you have to leave? Let's see what they say.
We can't live here forever. I have to start something new.
What?
What do you mean you have to start something new? You're like a teenager, aren't you? What do you mean you have to start something new? What's going on here?
You're not moving for job opportunities, and you just have to be like, what? Also, this is a small gripe. I like the mother's design in the first scene. I don't like it here because we're presumably several years in the future. I think they should have redesigned the mother with a slightly different outfit and maybe even different hairstyle for the fact that we're several years in the future. If we were only like 6 months, that's one thing, but like we're like multiple years in the future.
Yeah, but adult characters don't age. They stay with the same style for the rest of their lives. No, I'm kidding. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Like you could even if you did something like changed her shoes and like I don't know, changed her skirt, but kept her in the same shirt with same necklace, that would at least be somewhat of an improvement. It just kind of sucks that she's wearing the exact same outfit, even if it is a decent outfit, in my opinion.
I believe she has the same hairstyle as well. That also might have changed over time. Not necessarily. That is more likely to say the same as than compared to anything else, but you never know.
I don't know. It just would have been nice to have a bit more thought put into the mother's outfit, how it would slightly alter, or the fact that it's been several years. Because
Also, is the guy on the left going to say anything? He's been standing there the whole time.
They couldn't hire
I'm gonna be so lonely at school now.
You're one of the most popular guys at our school.
Oh,
I know, but
wait, they're not adult. Okay.
The most popular guys in school. Ah, there you go. Well, yeah, no, I said before. She's a teenager.
I still miss my best friend.
No, I thought they were like adults if their child. That's what I thought they were going with here, like two parents and their kid.
I guess it's two parents and their multiple kids, maybe.
Maybe I'll come visit you sometime, you know?
You better.
Yeah, good question. Where are you going exactly? I want to visit you, but like, what's happening?
I just hate the fact that they kind of sprung moving on to the plot. Like normally a plot would or maybe open up with them open up with them in the moving van. Let's do a Pokemon Ruby situation. We're opening up with them in the moving van.
Okay.
Maybe she fell asleep while driving to see Grandpa. I don't know. I feel like there could have been a better way to open because now we just kind of have this arbitrary opening where it's like, yeah, we're moving now. It's like, why?
I can think of two better openings. One is removing what we just saw after the Grandma's death. You know, going from like the flatline moment to then Sea Serenity presents, and then we see them like in the car or something, and then that's when and then the intro proceeds as normal. The second one is actually do everything that we actually saw, but in montage form. Because then you can, extrapolate a lot more information. You're like, okay, fine, these are like existing characters of some kind that they knew about before. They're just representing the idea of saying goodbye to friends or whatever. That's and we also have to hear the paper thin excuse for moving, because that causes more issues than it solves.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just think it's either expand on those themes we just saw and expand more and add more story to it, or cut it entirely. That it's either cut it or expand on it. Not this weird middle ground where you have it barely expanded upon, but it's here. So it's like paper thin, but it's there. They did it technically.
Yeah. Also, Gutsky, this is also the impression that I got with with that lot. Yeah. It's also entirely possible that like classmate was also like her other child. It's obviously kind of hard to tell when it comes to like the ages of adult gacha characters, because to be fair, the presumed mother looked like she was about like the same age, and as we went out earlier, it's hard to tell who's the teenager and who isn't in this case. But yeah, aside from that, you could like also kind of think like, oh, maybe that's why they were there. That's why they became friends. They were all connected. You never know. Likewise, not a gacha original series is just an original series. Now we get the being in the car point. Which, incidentally, good use of like backgrounds and masking around like the car areas. This feels like they're driving at a decent speed, not like whizzing down the highway or going at 1 mile an hour like I've seen from a few examples. Nor are they traveling in the sky like in Criminal Minds. This is how you do it.
Pretty sure it's copyrighted.
I presume it's copyrighted. Yeah. All right. Fine. I guess I'll mute it just in case. Welcome to Roseville. That is where you live now, apparently.
Okay. Oh.
There's my two favorite girls. I'm so.
It's been such a long time. You're no longer my favorites. I've replaced
Glad you guys are here.
Well, you'll need someone to keep you in line, Dad.
And how's my favorite granddaughter doing?
Am I not your only granddaughter?
My statement still stands.
It has to. My other grandchildren would have visited me if I had any.
Well, I've been doing good. It's just gonna be a bit weird transferring school senior year,
I understand.
Yeah, that makes this whole thing even worse. Of all the times to, like, voluntarily decide to move, of all times, senior year is the worst example. I gotta start something new. Could you not, like, hold off for, like, a few months, maybe? Just for your own convenience.
It's
I have to transfer schools and do all that, but I guess it's easier just to move, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it has to be this way.
She's actually been looking forward to this new.
Why does it gotta be this way? Why? You can wait a year. It's fine. He's not dying to get cancer or something? Is there something we don't know about?
So someone told you life had to be this way?
Apparently.
My disease is claiming me. My life's slipping away.
School. Oh, right, Ariel?
Oh, yeah.
Nice, like, nod, by the way, from, Ariel, I guess is her name. Good to know.
A fresh start is just what I need right now.
Only if she had red hair. She
Well.
has pink hair, though. She's knockoff Kawaii-chan.
Come on, let's get you ladies settled in.
Yeah, don't take any of the boxes that you left in your open car. No, that's not getting settled in at all. Just walking in. Why go through the effort of like opening up the car boot, putting boxes inside said car boot if you're not going to take them out and move them from the boot?
Do either of you want tea?
Okay, that also counts as very fast keyframes. That's absolutely, middle school play, get into position and say your lines type of movements.
Coffee?
Just sit down. Let us take care of you for once.
Interesting that Ariel seems to be constantly looking up at the and up and down on the ceiling. That's like a shadow gesture of hers.
Is that an angel?
You're never too old.
Wait, you can see me? You're dreaming. Bye. Teleports away.
Around, apparently.
This place hasn't changed at all. It still smells like cinnamon and old paperbacks.
Yeah, see, the fact that you remember is impressive considering how long you've been since you've been here, but yeah, the fact that this place hasn't changed at all means that it's definitely been way too long.
That's because
Confirmed.
I refuse to let your grandma's cookbooks go. Even if I can't cook worth a lick.
She would have
Then how does it still smell like... Okay.
liked having Ariel here. I know she would have.
Hey, where's all Grandma's stuff?
Was that like... Okay, as much as I liked like, the movement, like the glancing around, that was a bit too much, especially when like... like that was a bit too fast, I think. And also, I'm guessing that this is like, this creator is convinced that, to move a gacha character's head, you have to have them go up and down. Definitely not the case. You can definitely... You can also like fade them and flip them around, and most of the time the human brain corrects that motion.
In the attic. I couldn't bear to move it yet.
Like the changing of the pose right there, that's also covered by how fast it was, the human brain doing the work for you.
Can I go check it out?
Knock yourself out, kiddo.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, hey, she might with that box as precarious as it is.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Your soulmate.
Oh, I thought it was a rubber duck for a second there.
Your soulmate is this man named Jordan down the street.
Also,
wow.
I appreciate like the custom frames, by the way, on back here, from the last time they visited.
She used to wear...
Wait a second. You can look at that. See that line that's like above the mirror there? That's from like the motion there. That's not been cropped out from the transparent background. Yeah.
That every day when we were young.
Oh, Grandpa, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take it.
I mean, even out the mirror effect. Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I just...
No. She would want you to have it. Lilith always said, love...
As a gacha character, you must accessorize.
Something you find, something you
she
follow.
picks it up. It's like, wow.
Maybe it's your turn.
Why is there a little red dot in here? She smells it. Oh, it's your blood.
Hold on a second. If we just you hear that line, love isn't something you find, it's something you follow. And we have red string in the thumbnail. I'm guessing this is not going to be a case of like everyone has like a predestined thing, and she like actively finds out a way to make herself like predestined.
I was joking about the magical headband or hair clip, whatever.
I don't know if it's the hair clip itself that allows that to happen, but something. If a Kwame appears from there, we'll know it's something magical.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Miraculous. Right. Oh wait, what would be? Heart beat. What's a heart? Heart beat. I am.
No. Heartbeat would probably be like the would be the hero name or something, or the Kwame name. Heartbeat, pump through my veins.
Heartbeat, let's pump. No wait, how she does it is heartbeat, stop.
No, that's the deactivation phrase.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's just it's flatline. The deactivation is flatline.
Oh god, it's awful. With her grandma flatlined in front of her too. Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. She can see thestrals.
Airy bug.
Yeah, just tired.
Oh, never mind. It is glowing.
Oh, it's magical. It's a miraculous. Oh no.
Well, there goes that idea, I guess.
What?
Time to wake up.
The detail of the drool, actually. Honestly, like this background here, like the water bottle next to the monitor. I can't pretend I haven't done something equally precarious, so I'm not going to criticize that. And masked over the chair as well, behind the chair as well. I think. I don't know if that was like part of the same background or not. Maybe it was. But like this, incidentally, this blanket is way better than the other ones before. Like it actually feels like it would belong to this bed.
Wow. Too bad we had to leave Grandma's hospital.
Heart Attack. Yeah, that's the superhero name. Heart Attack. There we are.
Ariel, dear, are you awake?
Yes.
No, her cry after she defeats the villain is, "You're under cardiac arrest."
Oh God. What does she have power over, life and death?
Maybe.
Okay, I'm heading out. Bye, Mom. Bye,
I mean,
Grandpa.
well, to be fair, we don't really have a life and death miraculous. I mean, we have creation, destruction, but that's not specifically life and death. So
I can imagine why we don't have those, but but also it would make sense.
Good day, everybody.
I really hope she's gonna be okay.
She'll be fine. You worry too much.
Alright.
No, she worries too little. She uprooted her life in senior year.
I know, right?
It's just a new school with a bunch of new faces.
And a school uniform, because non-private schools in the U.S. commonly have school uniforms.
No one said this was A. No one said this wasn't a private school, or B. It was in the U.S.
It's probably in the U.S. They don't sound British, I think.
Then maybe it's a private school, given by what you just said.
I don't know. I mean, most school series put them in uniforms arbitrarily. Probably from a design standpoint easier. Hey, look, wait, is that a girl wearing pants or is that a guy?
Who are you referring to? Oh, the one with blue hair. I would guess girl off the top of my head, but you never know.
Listen, and all these.
Oh wait, no, actually, wait, no. Tie and uniform probably means masculine uniform. So yeah, I guess guy in that case.
Darn it!
Because you see the other guy in the background there. Yeah.
This is also a problem with school uniforms in these shows. You barely ever see girls wearing like the quote unquote male uniform. Like you don't even have a girl doing it. Imagine a girl not liking a skirt. I'm honestly surprised Caitlin in Phoenix Drop High wasn't wearing pants or something.
Well, sometimes depending on the school, that might just not be allowed.
Maybe, but I'm honestly surprised from a character standpoint. Like a character like
I mean, if there's a difference, like some schools those don't have a difference between the male and female uniforms. The ones that do most likely enforce that. So I honestly see that being completely logical, to be honest. Especially seeing that like my mum told me sort of like how she actually campaigned to let the girls wear pants in her school actually. So yeah, like that's a thing that does require some action on the part of people to change. Otherwise, it's just left that way.
Although I will say I do kind of enjoy the color of the uniforms. I do kind of enjoy this color.
Okay, sure.
Oh, hi there.
By the way, one thing about these uniforms incidentally, but for uniforms actually, the skirts are remarkably short.
Must be Ariel, right?
Yes, hi, that's me. And
how'd you know?
Charlotte.
I was given the description pink hair and pronouns.
Correct? Thanks a ton for being my guide today.
Oh.
Yes, I am. No need to thank me, though. It really is.
By the way, if this was a non-voice acted thing, I would totally have you read for Ariel as Fred's voice.
I mean, that's ridiculous. No, honestly, for every pink-haired character, I'm pretty sure we've done that. And I guess in this case, this character would be Mur, probably.
Yeah, it's like, hello, I will be your guide today.
Your left and right side, you'll see a couple of classes.
That's awesome! And yeah, pink hair and pronouns, that's me!
This is the hallway that you'll
By
see.
the way, this actually technically does line up with Mur. Granted, Mur has light pink eyes, but Mur's natural hair color is canonically black. she just dyes it with slightly like purple, like that purplish color, purplish pinkish color. Like how that.
Okay.
So this is technically her natural hair color.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, as far as like the uniform debate goes, apparently, these two are going to allow girls to wear pants. Fantastic. Good, good on both of you.
I
want to see that.
Let women wear pants. We're not in the 1930s. I don't know. We're not in the 1950s. Women can wear pants.
Yeah, I'm not gonna specify what decade I went to school, so I wouldn't say that online. But what I will say, however, is that there's another good use of masking there for to show like the interior.
Hey, look,
of these doors. No,
glass. It's working.
Yeah. I suppose. Yeah. Well, it's like
Here's the library. You can actually go inside right now if you'd like, since the bell hasn't rung yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I want to actually show off the interior of these backgrounds that I've composed for this reason.
It's awesome.
And of course, we have the bumping into characters. Yep, there we are. All right.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
How
I
dare
didn't
you
mean to
knock
bump
into
into
my
you.
girlfriend?
You weren't moving. What do you mean you didn't mean to bump into him?
I'm new.
It's fine. Don't worry. It was just an accident.
Well, no, it was.
It's fine. Don't worry. It's your fault. What is wrong? Okay. This, by the way, a good transition. I like when we have like a fade in this way that implies that people have thought about the post production. Not to mention also we don't just that also we have a different bathroom here because the one people use from Gacha has urinals in it, so it doesn't work as a girl's bathroom.
Hey, women can have urinals in there. That's allowed. I don't
it's allowed, but it's also infrequent and in most people's cases illogical.
Well, I don't know. Maybe a woman is up to squatting on a urinal too. Women can do that if they really want to.
What, to make a point?
Yeah.
Why go through the efforts?
I believe in equality, Jacob. I believe women can do whatever they want. Clearly, you don't believe that, and I totally get that.
What I believe is that most women would not want to do that. They could, but I don't think they would feel the need.
Wow, Jacob. Women can do whatever they want.
Quite frankly, I don't like using them.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I don't use them either, but that's just because I don't know how to use like the zipper hole in my pants. So I end up having to go.
It's a zip. What do you mean you don't know how to use it?
I don't trust it. What if I like use it and like it cuts me? I can't use it.
Okay, fine. That's a different issue. There's different like not trusting and not knowing how. What is this device here? How does it work exactly?
To avoid mooning everybody, I go to stalls. Aiden lore.
Okay, fair enough. I guess as we're going into TMI territory, I was toilet trained by my mum, and I'm a visual learner, so I pee sitting down. There we go. Fun fact. All right.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a cute guy, totally fine.
Oh God, it's
hey,
Ivy.
What the?
It's Ivy.
Yeah,
It's
I saw you talking to my boyfriend, who's not my boyfriend because he doesn't know it, but I want him to be, so back off. There.
How was that for?
You know exactly.
Oh, and there's the hair turn again. What was that for? Did you see that?
Exactly what that was for. You were talking to my boyfriend.
Oh God! Ivy!
Two moments in this.
Ivy, this isn't cool. And I mean, I guess you could be Lily. I guess green-haired girl, you could be Lily. I mean, your hair does look like a lily pad, but Lily's hair is like a black, so
yeah,
enough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not allowed here.
Huh?
No one talks to my boyfriend except for me. Not even the teachers.
It's in the school rules.
Last week Mrs. Mabel was assigning us homework, and she handed it to my boyfriend, saying here, and like I went off on her. Like, how dare she talk to my man?
Yeah, so it's you know that contract that made you sign at the start of the when you enrolled in the school. You know there's like subsection 32C paragraph D. You know, so it stipulates the romantic interest of just of whatever this character's name is, hereinafter referred to as the boyfriend, is not to be interacted with in any sort of verbal capacity.
Idea what you're
under penalty of having your head shoved into a sink. Yeah.
talking about, nor do I know who you are or who your boyfriend is.
Right. You don't remember accidentally bumping into a tall, handsome, blue-haired boy earlier?
No, because she didn't bump into anyone. She was standing still.
Oh.
Yes, him. His name is Jace, and he's mine. So I would advise...
Okay, I mean, this feels like you could have opened up with that instead of shoving into it first and be like, yes, don't do it again, like I'll give it passes to you or something like that.
Jacob, everybody knows he's my boyfriend, okay? Everybody knows not to talk to him.
By the way, if we're going by soulmate logic, ironically enough, contradicting my previous statement about female friends and such before, I'm going to point out that these two have brown hair and green eyes and green hair and brown eyes respectively. I know that's most like an orange, but it's also orange is brown.
It's like red. It's like a reddish. Or it's like a red. This is red. I called her Ivy for a reason. It's red. It's just a very dark red, but it's red.
That's not how it shows up on my screen.
You to
Also, dark hair goes into brown territory sometimes, depending on where it falls.
Stay away from him if you know what's for your own good.
I'm just saying.
If you know what's for your own good.
Okay.
What a sentence.
This is what I find ridiculous about some of these villains in these stories. These villains actively, the protagonist has no desire to go after their boyfriend or whatever, but then these villains go after the main protagonist for whatever reason. It's like, you know what? Maybe I will steal your boyfriend. I couldn't care about your boyfriend until now.
Yeah, a lot of the time, it feels like, yeah, just do that in retaliation. That's what baby should have done in my passion.
Okay, I guess.
Good. Hopefully we don't have to have this conversation again. Have a nice day, new girl.
Wait, you know I'm new.
See?
You know I'm new. Then how would I know he's your boyfriend?
Yeah. Wait. What did green hair girl say? I missed that line. What was that?
Conversation again. Have a nice day, new girl.
Watch your back.
Watch your back. That's Mer. That's what Mer sounds like. Watch your back, or we'll have to beat you up or something. I'm really angry.
Well, Mer is, Mer.
No, I know I would say she would sound like that. She wouldn't say that, but if she did say it, that's what she would sound like.
Hey, look, there's the
look like.
restroom. We have the urinals.
Yes, which is the existing Gacha background. Which, incidentally, okay, I appreciate the masking, like I said before. It makes perfect sense. However, of all possible rooms to have transparent doors going into, that are more transparent than the doors to the classrooms, they have more space you can see. Why would you purposely make the boys' bathroom the one that you're using? Who designed this school and why?
Also, they can see my butt if I ever use the urinals. They can see my butt.
Yes, I was thinking about your story. Yes, someone else was like, "Wait a minute, why? I forgot about the doors. This seems very awfully bright. Didn't they turn the power off? Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah, no wonder the room is empty.
I'm guessing you meant the queen bee of our school, Olivia Blackwood.
Oh, okay, sorry, hold on. I was still looking at the side of the screen. I thought that it was that was the girl, the extra, who was talking at that point, saying the queen bee of the school. Like, no, you are the queen bee of the school. And then I realized, oh wait, it's actually Guide Girl that's talking at the front. Because they had them both start speaking at the same time. Don't do that to people.
Wow, did you the queen bee of the school? She's like Regina George.
I have met the Queen of School. I've also met your replica. Apparently.
So that's her name. And yeah, if you call being threatened meeting someone, yeah.
Yes, because you met them while doing so.
Don't let anything she says get to you. 9 times out of 10, she's only bluffing.
Right. Okay.
Wait, what's that one
Yeah,
time
she
out
called
of 10? What's that one time out of 10?
Yeah, she well, that was the time she called my hair void hair. She was right about that.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Good. Now come on. I have just a few things left to show you before you have to head to class.
What are you talking about? Even I know that.
Oh, it looks like that from my screen.
And
I think your screen's messed up. You call a girl's hair brown when it's red. I think your screen's messed up.
No, red and brown are near each other on the color spectrum. But yeah, like I do see the outlines now on this character. Yeah, I acquiesce to that.
There's the bell. You remember how to get to your class, Ariel, right?
Yup.
Okay, good. I'll meet you back over here during lunch. Take my number and text me if you need anything.
Oh, texting during school? I don't think you're allowed to do that.
It depends on the school again, but
Oh my
most
god,
likely the
look,
answer
it's
is no.
Emily! Emily's here!
Oh my goodness.
We have a new transfer student all the way from New York. Please, introduce yourself.
Okay, so she's from New York, so yeah, you are most likely, now we know you're most likely correct, this is in the US. So private school, I
Hi
suppose.
there, everyone. My name's Ariel Valentine. Hoping we can get along and become friends.
Is that her? The girl you
So there's one character sticking out his tongue, okay.
Gabrielle and I?
Yes, Tessa, that's definitely her. Now hush, you aren't a good whisperer.
Sorry.
I do like how someone's propped up the Death Note and is writing in it. I know it's an existing gacha, like, prop. Although, I think with, like, the amount of, like, custom... Considering, like, again, the exterior shot here, actually looking out to the courtyard, considering that, I feel like if you have that post-production power in the first place, you could probably use it to remove the words Death Note from the book.
I don't know, I kind of like it because I kind of find it funny, though. It's kind of funny. It's dumb, but kind of funny.
Right, okay.
Writing in the Death Note.
Doesn't seem like bad news, though.
Well, she is. Whose side are you on again, Tessa? Might I remind you about how she's already tried flirting with Jace, my boyfriend?
He bumped into her! What is it? That's not flirting! What do you mean? Do you not know what flirting is?
Ah, so he bumped into her, and therefore that means that Jace is the one flirting. She's caught his interest. She must be removed even faster.
That's how they got together and started, like, dating. They just kept bumping into each other, being like, oh my god, oopsies!
Yeah.
Hey, Olivia.
Great. Just my luck. I'm in the same class as Olivia. I wonder...
Again, the teacher was the one talking at this point. This is why you have camera angles, incidentally. It solves a lot of these issues.
Knock off Pop Josephine isn't gonna do anything to you. You know, which, by the way, in hindsight, looking back at the Mean Girl, I'm so glad you didn't make Pop's motivation for bullying Morwenna, like, over a boy or anything. I am so glad in hindsight you didn't make that her primary motivation.
I mean, it was technically a secondary motivation, but not for romantic reasons. Yeah. Like Malik was a catalyst into why, like, Pop hated Morwenna as much as she did, but there was already animosity between the two of them beforehand. Yeah.
I'm so glad though that the Pop's main motivation initially wasn't, you're not gonna try to steal Mark from me. Bleh.
Yeah, we have had this conversation before. I feel like I definitely made Pop too vain to have a love interest. Because she's so self-obsessed that she couldn't possibly, like, fall for anyone else. That's the thing. It's like, every time I think about it, it's like, oh yeah, would she, who would possibly date her?
I don't know, maybe her and Bianca will become a thing, you know.
They're both bullies. I don't know.
They're both bullies. That makes sense.
Yes. Who knows? Maybe Pop is Arrow. I also considered that, but ultimately I didn't say anything because again, not very good rep if that's the case. Not good representation if I go that route. Honestly,
I will say in stories, I do think it can be important to have characters minorities to be in villainous roles, so it's not like they're always in universal positive roles the handful of times they get representation. But that being said, the problem lies when in stories the only minorities represented are in villain roles. That's where it becomes a problem. Like if the only Arrow Ace representation in the whole Mutant Girl ended up purely being Pop, for example, in that case, then it would be a lot more of a problem than if you had a protagonist character or a good character doing that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where it's like, it depends on the scenario and like the cast around it.
Yeah.
It's like the only villains in the story are the disabled people. It's like, that's not a good representation. That's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Hi, Charlotte.
Are you alright, Ariel?
Hey, Charlotte.
Oh, whoa, he zoomed.
Yep, same issue with keyframes again.
Her new friend. I'm not being replaced here, am I?
Is that guy wearing a screw? Is that girl wearing like a screw in her hair? Like she just had like a bolt in her hair? Why is there a bolt in her hair?
That's a very good question. I think that she reminds me of the orchid teacher from earlier.
Cut it out, Walker. Oh, Ariel, meet Walker. Me and Walker have been friends since, like, forever.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Ariel. A string?
It's just like no, he's having an internal like romantic soundtrack or something. Oh wait, never mind. I just saw the string. Forget that.
Why is there a string on Walker's finger that connects to Charlotte's?
Okay. Oh wait, pause here. By the way, this is one thing I noticed in the video. I didn't want to say immediately, but one problem I have with the designs so far. I don't have many problems with them, but there's one major issue I have with the designs. Everybody has the same eye shape. I know Emily loves this eye shape, and this eye shape is a cute one, but at the same time, please, why is everyone in this show have the same eye shape? I find it to be boring after a while. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I guess I haven't talked about this in a long time on Gacha, but yeah, my stance is that there are only a certain few eye shapes in Gacha that I feel like look like normal-ish enough, like not too cartoonish to be distracting to a certain degree. And so I personally especially like back in the day with Gacha Life, I alternated between those. Nowadays with like other adjustments and such, even if you take the same eye shape, you can alter them in some way, and and hopefully not stray too much and make them look uncanny by comparison. But yeah, there's a lot more like wiggle room now than there was before. But yeah, so I'd say like hopefully like pick between a select few of some kind, at least like 3 or 4, and alternate between them and adjust them and like change the colors in that way. That's how I would like personally vary it up, and keep a consistency thing for like a lot of for family members or whatever you want to do in that case.
Yeah, because eye shape is one of the things I use to also differentiate my characters outside of other aspects of them, obviously. But like eye shape is also one of those eye shape in Mari, like the main Fallen Angels cast. One of my regrets of making them is I gave. It was like Trevor, Alana, Adam, Zach, and Helen all the same eye shape. And that's one of my regrets that I can't really go back and change anymore. But that's one of my major regrets about when I designed them, that I probably would have gave, maybe Adam and Alana would have had the same eye shape, but I feel like everyone else would have had a slightly different eye shape. You know? But
honestly, that kind of, that kind of makes me think, oh yeah, there's there's sometimes where you can see where as if a show carries on for a long time, like they get like new characters and their new designs, you get the sense that they're like purposely varying them up a lot more, so you can almost tell in long running shows when a character was created, depending on like how well they decide to like blend in or stick to the same style.
I mean, yeah.
Also, in terms of Carly and Terry, similar setup to Reino and Julius. So yeah, again, I can see why it would happen.
Hey,
I mean, I feel like that could have been a decent ship. At this point in the game, is probably not going to happen. But I feel like maybe if we're going back to like season 2 territory or season 1 territory, I actually think that could have been a decent ship, because you only really need one example of a guy and girl being friends with no romantic feelings involved. You know.
Well,
to,
I
like,
guess,
really
but
make the
I
point.
guess, but you know, like other, like more than one example re-emphasizes the point a lot more. But yeah.
Plus, I don't
in
know.
ter-
Like, it could have been an interesting dynamic also in season 2 if that was introduced. Obviously, we have potential plans for a love interest of either Kylie or Terry going forward.
That
But,
is
you know,
true. Yes, I guess. Yeah, we can say that much. Doesn't really give away too much.
yeah,
But yeah, in terms of
it could maybe a romantic arc between them in season 2. Maybe that could have been a minor subplot where like, or like maybe something that happens off screen, like off screen development.
I don't know. Given like how tightly packed season 2 actually was, I don't really feel like there'd be like enough wiggle room in between to add something like that.
Maybe, I don't know. I just
because season 2 was a lot more focused than season 1 was. So
yeah,
yeah.
Season 1, I will say, is kind of, or at least Kylie and Terry. Kylie and Terry in season 1 are kind of bland. I mean, I think Kylie is fun with her like ditzy personality and the handful of moments she has. But besides that, Kylie and Terry, especially in season 1, are semi-flat characters that almost feel like filling a space that, you know, if it just filling room for like Pop's minions or whatever.
What I tried to do with Terry particularly was that was give him a bit more of like a hot-headed temper, because he's the one like who threatens a lot of violence or like actively like charges against Julius that one time, and also possibly, you know, secretly a bit more into the theatrical Greek mythology than he actually lets on purpose, because of, you know, that time he interacted with Pop in the presentation, and she eyed him down, being like, "Don't enjoy this too much, you know, know your place."
I feel like
I tried that with Terry.
I feel like in season 1, aspects of that with like Terry and stuff could have been emphasized a bit better per se than it was in original season 1, because you just had like a handful, like a glimmer or two, but it was like he just like season 1 especially, they're very bland. Season 2 has so much going on, the fact that you can't really do much with them. To be fair, outside of the bit with Pop and like breaking up Mark and Morwenna with whole Pop's plan and stuff, you really couldn't do much with Pop anyways, because most of the season didn't even take place in the school, or like half the season didn't take place in the school, and the other and like
although based on your reaction to the script, I feel like that particular part was covered effectively enough.
Yeah, I mean, Kylie and Terry were decent, or for the handful of appearances they had there, but not really noteworthy.
Oh, I was referring to Pop specifically. Yeah, not Kylie and Terry.
Pop at least made an impact at the whole Marwick thing, I will say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you know, she had the plan laid out. You know, at least like that, and also that was like one of the only things that were like set up. Oh, well, it was retroactively. You know, you realize what was going on afterwards. Like, you know, they've actually had a plan to begin with. But yeah, before we move on too much from Kylie and Terry, because I was going to mention that for me personally, another thing is that when it comes to, like, you know, people have like been friends for years or something, and like characters specifically, and it's like if characters who have been friends for years haven't initiated a romance at a certain point, you've got to wonder why that hasn't happened, because you feel like they would at least have like either explored that to some degree, or it'd be the case that they've been like stuck in that situation with like feelings that be very obvious to everyone but them for some time. And so if people like feel that like firmly friends, it's very rare for them to try anything else, and if they do so, it's usually extremely awkward. So that's why I don't tend to like go in that direction writing wise if I've already set up people who have been like, you know, like friends for that long, you know, as that. And we have written how long they've all been friends for in season 3, so that's already.
Yeah, well, to be fair, that wasn't really touched on until season 3. We didn't touch on.
No, it's just been reaffirmed. I always had like that idea they've been friends for years, so that's kind of like how I played it off. So yeah, it's season 3 reaffirmed what was already in my head at the time. I mean, or will reaffirm it once it airs.
Yeah, once we get there. Which episode is that? Is that like 6 of season 3?
Actually, it was original 5, I guess. So I guess probably
8.
Current 8. Yeah.
Could be episode 8 of season, unless we break up episodes more. Which,
in which case it'll be episode 10 or something, yeah. So don't hold your breath, everyone, for that part. But you know, we don't plan to change the script, so you know that those things are going to come to pass. You know, if something happens to me over time, at least season 3 will be covered. At least that will happen.
Hey,
Really?
well, we already have concepts for season 4. We have concepts that could be explored in season 4. So, even then I would just expand on those concepts and actually explore them in that retrospective season. But don't worry, I'll keep you alive no matter what. I know how to keep you alive. I'll just make a deal.
I'm like the grandmother at the start of the video. Remember, keep the show alive and hopeful.
Okay? Oh, yeah, I feel fine. Sorry, I was just thinking about something.
Okay, if you say so.
That reminds me of like Courtney's like Hamtaro homemade movie, like Project SNT video. Anyway.
Hey.
Why is this character? Oh no! That character has Hanahaki. It's spreading.
No Hanahaki.
Now there's a callback.
Hey, could I ask you something, Charlotte?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's just... I saw something kind of weird.
Something weird?
Yeah, at lunch. It might just be something in my head, but on Walker's finger there was a red string.
Or maybe it's something on your head. That's the power of the clip.
Red string?
Yeah, and it looked like it was connected to something. More than likely another red string.
What do you mean more than likely? You saw the both ends of the string. Why are you saying it's connected? Okay.
Well, like I said, I'm probably just imagining it, so...
Oh, so what was that smile? Does she like, red string, you say? I happen to be an aficionado of red string.
How about we...
It's like Fred with like the yarn stand from last session.
Oh god, not the yarns. Hey, don't worry. Off screen, Mur is learning Abyssal from those books she bought at that stand. Hopefully.
Oh, actually, yeah, I will point out when I leveled up Fred, I gave her a spell that lets her like learn languages or like speak languages for a certain amount of time. So in a pinch, she can do that now.
Yeah,
I also
we can talk to our son, Shovel, the Abyssal chicken.
I also, by the way, realized that actually I made it so that Orchid can speak Elvish. Which makes sense because there are elves living nearby to her in the Forest of Five Names. So yeah, I guess that's good. That I fully intend at some point for that to come up from some sort of joke set up with Mur next time that they are around each other.
Like, what are you saying? It sounds like I know.
Yeah, no, she just gonna try it with like a plan with Mur and Sir Nathan be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. By the way, everyone got that?
Mur's like, I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah.
There you are. Welcome back home, sweetie.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
So, how was it? Your day, I mean.
Well, I got threatened
It
by
was
a
interesting.
crazy lady about trying to quote unquote steal her boyfriend somehow. I don't ask me how.
But I did meet some new people who seemed nice enough to become friends with.
I'm glad your day went well. Luckily, you'll only be there for a school year. I'm sure your days will get better.
Yeah, you're right, Mom. It was only the first day. I'll continue keeping my hopes up.
Oh god.
Yeah, never give up hope, like Grandma said.
Welcome back from school, dear.
But then she died, so with her hope died.
Grandpa?
Of course. While you were away, I went up into the attic and I found some more boxes that had more of your grandma's stuff inside.
Wow.
Do you want more magical powers? I'll give you more magical powers if you want. I have a spyglass that can follow along strings if you want.
Really? Did you see what was in the boxes?
I took a small peek, but it just looked like more for books, so I left them alone. You should definitely take a look at them, though.
Dad.
She reads the book. It's like, how to operate a miraculous.
Yeah, I do remember you being a big bookworm. It's like, yeah, I don't really read books anymore. Oh, wow. I guess it has been a long time since we've seen each other, hasn't
I
it?
just got home. Let her rest for at least a moment.
No, it's alright, Mom. I'm not that tired, so I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, if you say so. I'm gonna start making dinner soon.
Now we have someone moving a box. See? That's all we needed before. I would have moved the arms a bit. Oh, I guess you're using an existing walking cycle, so yeah, never mind.
Phew. Alright. Time to see what's inside.
Wow, that's a way louder box than the previous one.
There
It was
has
more
to be a key
jam-packed.
somewhere in this box. Yes,
A key?
I found it. All right, time to see what this diary
Oh,
has
okay.
inside.
Diary.
Yeah, this is why. Okay, this is why we need camera angles. Also, by the way, and then this is gonna be like the biggest nitpick of all time. But considering that the clock has not changed from 8 a.m. when it was before, that was because I only point that because I have the alarm clock. So yeah, if there was a way to change the time digitally, I would have done so. Anyway, the real issue would be the camera angles and the lack of them here, so we can actually see the book. Be like, yes, I wonder if there's a key. Isn't that right? Hey, Ada, do you think this thing has a key, basically? This thing right here that I'm looking at? Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is our season. Yeah. I have a Kindle now.
This is a magic book. It's a magic book.
Dear Diary, my name is Tom Riddle.
Read this. Some strange things have been happening to and around me. I keep seeing my friends, peers, and even random strangers with this red, silky string around one of their fingers.
Why is the book magic? Is that on purpose?
I know I might be dead long before someone finds this secret. But to whom it may concern, do not put the pin on! I repeat, do not put on the pin!
I didn't imagine it.
I mean clip.
At first, I thought it was just in my head.
I then realized I was writing in different fonts, apparently. Why am I doing that?
That was until I realized that the
Font sizes, they're the same,
string
yeah.
always had a matching person it was attached to.
You know, a conclusion that someone could come to if, say, the people were standing right next to each other and the string was super short, but I'm just putting that out there just in case some idiot hasn't made that connection yet that actually saw what I saw.
What was even better, some of the people that were connected I had known already had feelings from one another. My curiosity piqued.
You mean for one another. Kudos on the VA for reading that out, like, properly, but also, yeah.
I had to learn what it all meant.
Yeah, what could any of this possibly mean?
I spent the whole afternoon searching the library for books that may have the information I was looking for. Eventually, I came across a bookshelf full.
The fact that this is like reading itself out like this, it's like typing itself out at this point. All I can think of right now is like how in Gacha Story or from like Undertale or something. What I can do is like just go like as it continues. What have you missed? A lot of well, not so much soulmate discussion, but a lot of soulmate discussion from us because that seems where this is going. The main character can now see strings but attach people's fingers, basically, if they have feelings for each other. And she's putting the pieces together because her grandmother presumably had the same power.
Because of her miraculous, aka her golden hairpin.
Mm-hmm. Goddesses. Cupid's book was the one that caught my main attention, though.
Cupid?
What? You don't know who Cupid is?
I am so glad, by the way, they specified Roman gods before they said Cupid. I appreciate that.
No, Roman god, Eros.
Yeah, the complete reverse of the mistake people make. Yeah.
Flipping through the pages of his book, I found out that Cupid has a powerful lineage of magical matchmakers. They are called heartweavers. Their mission? Connecting 4 fated pairs whose heartstrings weren't yet tied together by destiny.
Only 4? On the entire world, you saw these different strings?
But there's a catch.
Of course there is. There's always a catch to stuff like this.
If a heartweaver failed to complete this task before they turned 18, they'll lose the ability to feel love forever.
Wait, what?
So hypothetically speaking, if someone in their senior year, aka 17 to 18, were to discover this power months before they turn 18, they would have a lot of pressure on their hands to forcefully matchmake people, unless they feel there's the ability that they didn't know was in jeopardy the whole time. You know, a very fair system, basically.
What is wrong with this pin? What is wrong with this toy? What do you mean?
Not to mention, why would Cupid in any iteration deprive someone of the feeling of love? You know, his entire thing?
Also, Grandma, why didn't you hide this pin better? She is going to lose a million love because you were stupid.
Okay, in all fairness, I'm guessing that the whole like Heartweaver thing is not specifically to the pin. Maybe it's like the person. I see. No, it only happened after you put the pin. Yeah, maybe it is the pin. I'm not. Maybe the pin like activates the latent ability or something. Which I would personally want to give people. I want to give people as much time as possible with that. To be honest, actually, I would give us the power to somebody right off the bat, like the younger they are, because actually, if you think about it, that most relationships that start like between like kids break off almost immediately. So basically, matchmake a couple of them, wait for them to just break off in like 3 days or something, and then you're done. You're fit. Everything's fixed. Solved.
Grandma,
that's it.
Grandma, what is wrong with you? Why would you just leave this object lying around? Grandma!
Yeah, again, assuming it is just tied to the object and not like the person themselves. And if it is tied to the person themselves, way to prevent that from, I assume that the Cupid's book would point out that Heartweavers are genetically transferred. That would be invaluable information for someone.
I think the object's meant to initiate their powers, but at the same time, this is such a dumb. Why?
I think I know why there's no dad in the picture. The mum just couldn't feel love, and so she was married out of convenience at one point. Anyway, let's pass it on to an expert in romance curses. KW, what do you think?
Oh, come on!
I mean, you guys got you there.
Again, perfect segue.
Fair enough. Okay. So I know I just come in, so I may not understand the context, but let me get straight. We just basically got info dumped by this book, right? Just pun words upon words upon words. And the last bit, basically I said, oh, by the way, if you turn 18 and you fail to do this lovey-dovey quest or whatever, you basically cannot find love ever again. Am I getting this right?
Yes, absolutely. What? The warning was at the end. The warning was at the end, not the beginning. The end.
You can't hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. Unless your life depends on it. Then you better go before you turn 18.
I thought my room breakers were bad. I thought I could fix some stuff. It's bad. I thought my reflex are bad and everything. But no! This stops the cake! This stops the cake! Yeah, hey guys, if you don't find this book before you turn 18 or whatever, hey, guess what? Good luck on that, because you might have not much time before finding love, because,
Imagine if somebody someone's grandmother hadn't looked into Cupid's book or anything. Imagine if they just didn't know about this whole thing, and they would grow up being raised by it's like people who would be fully convinced that not feeling love past 18 was just a normal part of life.
Okay, here's the thing too, right? Here's the thing. This could have been easy to fix, right? Hear me out. I think I have an easy fix here. Hear me out. Because, has anyone seen Halloween Town? Just a quick question.
Unfortunately, no. It's like on the bottom of my list, but it's on there somewhere for things to see.
You should check it out sometime. It's a cheesy Halloween movie, but I love it because how cheesy it is. It's a dumb movie, but I love it.
Honestly, that's my favorite kind of Halloween movie, is the cheesy one. So yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Anyways, so the point is that, basically this is not a spoiler, because they basically give you this kind of expedition, in a sense, like show not tell, where the grandma and the mom were talking, right? And they're basically talking about that, when the daughter, I think when she turns 16 or whatever, and if she hasn't learned any witchy powers or anything magic, because she's technically a witch or whatever, from the long lineage of witches or whatever, she would lose her magic. But however,
I assume they've been trying to teach her magic, and it hasn't hasn't awoken yet through some time. They weren't just keeping the magical powers a secret and just breaking it to her 5 days before her birthday. Okay, fine.
And you're like, if you don't learn how to cast a spell, you will lose all your powers.
Well, it's more.
Is her birthday Halloween by chance?
I can't remember. So.
Okay. All right. Well.
But the point is that she basically sneaks out of her family's house to go to learn magic and Halloween Town with her grandmother, because her mother was like,
Wait,
no, you cannot.
So they weren't teaching her?
The mom just didn't want her magic.
Yeah, the mom doesn't want her to learn magic, but
Is
the grandmother does.
Is the mom like hyper Christian?
Well, in essence, kinda.
You can't go to Hogwarts. There, they worship the devil.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like, yes, in a sense, like she's saying like super Christian, but not like she's not religious, but she acts like a religious person. If that makes sense. I don't know. How
Okay.
to
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Understandable. Yeah. They probably didn't want to just annoy the the audience more than they needed to. I don't know.
So the reason why I bring this out, I think this can be his effects. Well, technically, there's a way to fix it. Like, if she starts on a quest to help do the lovey-dovey quest or whatever, I don't know the full context of the quest. So let's say she does this quest or whatever, right? Then yeah, she should have a limited time. But let's say if she didn't know about anything like that or anything like that, and hasn't touched the book or whatever, she should not have like basically lose love forever. As more as like she lose her like Cupid powers, maybe something like that. So that way there is a sense of like. It's not like oh yeah, easy as that fix, but that could be an easier fix in the sense where you still have
a ticking a ticking clock is definitely it's a story device for a reason. It's one of those things that like especially for movies where like the stakes. It's a great way to actually introduce that urgency so things don't happen at just like the slowest pace imaginable. That being said, with this character, I feel like you could have like in here it's meant to be like, okay, this is a motivation for her to actually get a move on and try something. If she'd actually realized what was going on, was like, yes, I have this power, and then she like went off and like connected people and match made them anyway, like for just like out of the goodness of her heart or because she was interested in that kind of thing. People like to matchmake sometimes. There are even professional matchmakers out there. So yeah, that's something that someone could just do. So we don't need her to have like that level of personal stake in this matter. If we did want to have that, another suggestion actually would be that maybe like the strings would fade over time if someone's feelings were to dwindle, and that was represented by the string. So you have to connect them in some way to to strengthen the string, and before it severs completely. Turn the whole moon gold, so to speak. That same idea as that.
We going up.
Yes. Exactly that.
I'm not gonna try to do the high nose. Gonna be golden. There.
That's not even the highest part of that song. That's like just going in. That's just like the going
fair.
Into it.
That's fair, but still, the part like we're going up, sorry movement. Okay, I actually did it previously. Okay, never mind. I thought I was gonna fumble. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna fumble this. That's the only part. Anyways, but yeah, like here's the thing. I thought my moment was bad. No, girlfriend, you had it worse. Like, I'm sorry, girlfriend. Like, you have it worse because you basically are either gonna lose love if you don't fix this up, or you're gonna probably end up being like me, where you have 1,000 boyfriends or whatever in different like scenarios or whatever. Or girlfriends, but it has never happened. It has not happened yet with the girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. It's just mostly the men.
All right. Note to self: find female equivalent of KW romance curse for next time. Okay. All right then. Noted. Hey, Ghosty, if you're watching this.
I'm a heart weaver.
But anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm gonna go now, just in case it's time to eat some Thanksgiving dinner, since that's what's happening here in America.
That's fair. Happy Thanksgiving to all the Americans. Forgot to say it earlier.
Yes, thank you, and happy Thursday to you, Jacob.
It's not even Thursday for me anymore, so yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's actually,
happy Friday.
Yeah.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy early Friday morning.
Yeah, I guess it's Black Friday for me. Yeah.
Get those sales, man.
Yeah. That's why I should watch. I should rewatch Black Friday by Starkid tomorrow. I'm sure that every year their viewership spikes on that video. Anyway, yeah.
Maybe. Anyways, take care.
Oh, the Rouge impression. Yes, I'm sure Kenobi was thankful for that. Anyway, yeah. Case in point, someone's into matchmaking regardless. there you are.
Makes sense. Why me? Is Mom one too? Also, how the heck am I gonna find 4 pairs to match before my 18th birthday?
Depending on how close your 18th birthday is, but based on senior year, I imagine very close.
Oh, honey. Are you alright? What's going on up
That is way too quiet for someone to be calling from a different room. That would just be muffled by the walls.
there?
It's nothing, Mother. I'm okay.
Yeah. Wait, could you just, like, hear her pacing very lightly in her room and was like, ah, yes, that's a sign of distress. I, obviously, my supernatural mother senses, yeah.
Are you sure? Can I go up there just to check?
No, I mean, no, that's...
Check what? The heaviness of her footsteps? What are you checking for? Also, she's downstairs. That, again, there needs to be, like, way more projection.
Okay. I promise I'm
From both of them,
doing
actually.
fine up here. Just, I found something really cool that's Grandma's that got me excited.
Alright then.
By the way, if her mum is one, or like, so I think she could very easily ask about that and get some, advice and help, if that is, if that is the case.
Well, her mom may have never been activated, therefore she never had a chance to lose her love. Maybe see too.
Yeah, which incidentally, I assume that by love we're just referring to just romantic love.
I don't know. It could be like emotional love too. It could be like emotions too. You may lose all your emotions.
Well, yeah. Okay. So presuming that the mother's love for not only her child but also for her father, who she moved and uprooted both their lives in order to come and live with him. Assuming that's genuine, that means that if she is a heart weaver, she must have found those couples, and that would and that mean that she knows what they are and how to actually go about doing that in the first place. So again, a fantastic and invaluable person to talk to about this subject.
But that also would imply that the mom spent her whole life of her child, if she knows about it, not telling her about her being a heart weaver and willing to risk the fact that her daughter will never get love.
Yes, I didn't say she was smart. Neither was the grandmother for not mentioning it either. But yeah,
that would make her mom look worse. I don't know if her mom knows that she could lose love permanently, which is like that's.
I suppose, but from her perspective, thinking about like how it works, then it's at least like worth bringing up, even if it will make you sound like ridiculous. So as I presume 17-year-olds, discussing like, oh, is this like fictional concept true? Like it would make you seem like weird in the moment, but it'd be important enough to at least attempt, I think.
Well, dinner's almost done.
Okay.
At least mention the whole like strings thing and see if like the mother makes the connection.
Be down in a sec. Okay, should be safe under.
Or bring the book and show what was and show what the grandmother wrote in the first place and what she was thinking about.
Oh, Grandma, she was crazy. I think it was the dementia that was getting her back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Which at least would have been in confirmation that she does not know about it, or never found out, and in which case, I guess that would mean like all semblance of love would be, would have been a lie her entire life.
Well,
unless it was just romantic love, in which case, that's a whole separate matter.
Oh, so wait, you just become asexual then? You just become aro-ace completely?
That is the implication behind the rules. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's not the worst, but also you don't want the love. Although having your love forcefully stripped from you, that's not cool. It's not a choice.
No, it is not.
It just happens to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing that. Yeah. Well, yeah. Unless. I don't know. Does it count if the heart weavers like weave themselves together? That's a good question. I don't know.
Heart weavers are dating each other. Heart weavers.
Also, that is the same photo we saw in the other room. Did they move it, or was that just a copy they made for somewhere else because they didn't have enough photos? They don't visit often enough.
Just some other cute knickknacks.
Some cute knickknacks made you freak out like that up there?
Well, there was.
Oh, that was the tchotchkes actually.
Writing along with some. You guys know how Grandma writes.
Well, okay, she is mentioning that Grandma wrote something. Okay, fine. Which also, they presumed it was books that was there, so of course there'd be writing involved.
Knows what she wants to say, but always finds a way to talk about something else.
I appreciate that they were not in sync like that, because I guess they wouldn't be in
Oh,
reality.
yeah. Your grandmother loved to write. She could write all day and night long if you let her.
Yeah, she knows. She just said that herself, and we, the audience, now have inferred that from what you said. You don't need this exposition moment.
Thanks for dinner.
Also, I guess transition time. Okay, disappearing, reappearing, empty plates. All right, that's one way to go about it. Was it too much to do a crossfade at that point? Maybe, possibly like a little bit like a dimming of the lights that's coming in through the window, or like the backgrounds. That would have like helped.
It was really good. I'm gonna go back upstairs to start getting ready for bed.
Of course, dear.
All right. Sweet dreams, Bug.
Sweet dreams
Okay,
are
Grandma.
made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel
The reflection in the mirror was delayed before it appeared. Everybody's haunted by something.
So, apparently I'm a heart weaver, but this all still feels so insane. If this is just another one of your made-up stories, then give me a sign. Anything.
The mirror changes into the grandma. Hello, Fairy-bug. What, you wanted a sign? I'm just telling what you said. You didn't read past that chapter. Yes, it also says that that Heartweavers are basically force ghosts. Yes, I can talk to you now.
Oh, God.
Through the clip. In fact, I'm your Kwame. I've been reincarnated.
Ugh, okay, fine. Like her diary said, I've got until I turn 18 to match 4 people. Shouldn't be too hard. Then again, my birthday's in 6 months.
There it is.
Don't let this get you down, Ariel.
Oh no! The grandma is a force ghost! Ah! Anyways.
3! When was the last time we got 3 Oracle moments in a video? It's been so long. Her face is so perfect right now.
Grandma, why are you a ghost?
This video's amazing.
You're going to get through this.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's amazing in the good ways, unfortunately.
No, I didn't say that either. I didn't mean that either, no. Mm-hmm.
Grandma? Was that you? Am I hallucinating?
Yes, dear, you're schizophrenic. Woo.
It is me, your romance partner,
There, I
Baron.
just heard Grandma's voice. I seriously need to go to bed.
I think, nope.
Grandma! Stop winking at me as a ghost! I find this very rude!
No, 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 no.
Grandma, why are you haunting me? Is this clip haunted? Did I touch a ghost engine?
Use the force, Ariel. That's how you join people together.
I mean,
you just go and kiss.
That'd be horrifying.
It would be, yes.
And kiss.
Right. Well, that was Lovestruck.
It wasn't.
That's episode 1.
It wasn't very good.
Or maybe the series is called Thread Between Us and the episode is called Lovestruck. I can't tell which one is which. I'm guessing the episode of the thread. But there was no us in that situation. The thread between them. So maybe that's meant to be like someone else appears later, or like that guy from earlier with the cross that we mentioned earlier. Yeah, like that would it be? Maybe because of the whole like talk to my boyfriend thing. I wonder if like those two are gonna have. That would be really interesting if like the boyfriend and bully girl had like different strings going to separate people, and then they were two that she had to like break up first and then matchmake.
Okay, so this episode had a lot of issues. Bully girl is very cliche and lacks a lot of depth and reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
The best friend character, she's fine. A relatively inoffensive character. She exists. The love interest bumping into her, but she apologizing because that was dumb.
Yeah.
I just think that's the way it was edited, but that's not how. Yeah. Anyways, I also think the fact that
it's the fact that it was referenced several times that made it worse.
I just can't get over the ticking clock too being introduced in this way. It's like, girl, you touched the object, now you have a ticking clock with the ability to love on the line. This is the problem.
Yeah, but Ariel, granddaughter of mine, you know that your grandma had a bunch of items up there. Feel free to scavenge around them. I promise none of them are cursed.
I promise none of them have a generational curse.
Yes. That will forever affect your, your livelihood itself. Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad, the idea of having a curse, but it's also not good because, okay, so maybe how you can rewrite it is, say the grandmother had a letter that was meant to be addressed towards the granddaughter, and she was going to give it to her, but she died before she had a chance to, and she never informed her husband that she had a letter about a generational curse, and say that letter never got sent to the daughter. And when she goes here, instead of interacting with a weird hair clip, she finds a random letter addressed to her from her grandma, and this letter is meant to be for like a 6-year-old version of her, or like 7-year-old, and basically it's like, dear granddaughter, our family has been burdened with a curse. It thankfully skipped your mother, but I don't know, maybe it's like I don't know what you call a curse that skips a generation.
Actually, that's a good question. Recessive?
I don't know. Yeah. A word like that. It's like it skipped your mother, but I have a worrying feeling that you were. I don't know. Maybe you make an in-universe reason, like they could see like people who have the ability to see these lines have a unique like blue string around like their waist or something. I don't know, something. Make up an excuse there. Make up a visual excuse of how you're able to see it. Maybe you see like a magical halo over their head. Make up a reason. Anyways, I know you're afflicted with the curse, so I'm sending you this letter here, just in case something ever happens to me, to warn you. If you don't connect the red strings that you'll see from people before your 18th birthday, you'll lose the ability to feel love. But I believe you. I believe this is giving you the best shot to do it, or something like that. And this note's meant to be for like a 6-year-old version of her, or something. Something along those lines, and then be like, oh my god. Because now it just kind of feels like she touched the object. Now she has to get people together before 6 months, or she'll never be in love again. Yay! Yep. It's like, come on, man. That's not fair. I didn't know that would happen. It was a pin. It was like a hair tie or hair thing. It shouldn't have did that. That's stupid. And I don't know. It's just that's really dumb. I feel like at least with the letter explanation, the character should have known it, but didn't know it because the universe got in her way.
Yeah, like if the ability only awakens at some point, like maybe again 6 months before your birthday or something in everyone, then that would already be a pre-built like ticking time bomb. But they would also have but also give an excuse like why they would know about this already. If anything, actually, that could have been the original reason for going to the grandma's house in the first place. Not to find out about the information, but to be able to act upon it after you turn 17 and a half. And to receive the means and the ability to actually do that, or at least from the last person who was able to, who unfortunately did not make it to live that long to train her up directly, but left a bunch of notes in order to help her out. And which would also mean, by the way, that you wouldn't have to move in order to achieve that happen. The whole moving plot ended up not being necessary at all. Aside from maybe introducing new couples that she didn't already know, I guess she has to get to know these certain people to know how to matchmake them. Maybe that's how it would go down. The same thing could technically be achieved with a new student arriving to a school and not being the main character. So they don't have to, again, uproot her entire life in senior year and to top it all off, put on this pressure of, her entire perception of life itself being permanently destroyed otherwise.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those. I think, at least in concept, the idea of having a 6-month timer on this is a kind of, at least, an interesting concept, you know? And, like, it does make the stakes, or at least the personal stakes, decently high for their main protagonist.
Yeah, but like I said before, we could have absolutely done a thing where like she just like wanted to matchmake them regardless. Like if that was just in her like nature to do that, she wouldn't need the extra push and motivation. There'd be no need to like have the personal stakes thing. You know, just do it for the sake of others and their happiness.
But,
that would
like,
also work.
The major issue is the fact that the personal stakes are introduced, and like it just feels so forced, being like, well, now you're screwed unless you do this. It's like, thanks. It's like you touched a thing, now you're screwed if you don't do it, so yay.
Yeah. I at least appreciate the technical side of this video. You know, the actual use of the custom backgrounds, the composition of the existing backgrounds together in a way that like geographically makes sense, except for the boys' bathroom stall, because that was ridiculous. But aside from that, everything else, I appreciate the actual custom props, the interacting with them at certain times, except for when they left the boxes in the car. That should have been done. But again, with a few exceptions, like the cutting between like having the spaghetti and just being like boom done. With a few exceptions like that. This video was very well put together on an editing level, and the thing that would have made it even better would be the introducing like camera angles, zoom into certain characters so we don't have to see them all on screen, so that we also don't get confused about like who's talking potentially. If we're going to start an extra speaking at the same time, or I guess it wasn't extra, it was Tessa from like later. If we're going to have two characters speaking at the same time as each other, but only one of them is actually making sound, that would also really help. So. Yeah, that would have just been like that. What like the next fairly easy step forward that I guess we might see in the future. I just realized like, oh wait, yeah, this is not a video. This has like multiple ones. This came out 4 days ago. So yeah, we might see them in the future some stage. We'll find out some. I don't know. Also, Love Note. There's an abridged parody of Death Note called Love Note that I was in the middle of watching. So yeah, that's a thing people have toyed around with, I guess.
That sounds like the shipping from Amazing World of Gumball.
Kind of, I guess. Just yeah. I didn't get very far in the video yet, so but it does sound like that. Yeah.
As Mr.
I guess you can't create OCs out of thin air like Susie could in that one. That would make that but everything else you could probably do.
As Mr. White leaned into Mr. Jones. I don't know last names. Don't mind me.
Green, gray, black, brown. I don't know.
As Mr. White leans
blue.
Mr. Jones, he whispers, "I'm done with women." Mr. Jones leans in and says, "Me too." As they make out, their wives walk in, and the wives turn to each other and go, "You know what we should do? We should get together out of spite for them."
It's probably like less of a literal situation than the shipping as well, because in that one they that was the thing they put on. Their lips crashed into each other. Boom. Yeah. So that probably also wouldn't happen.
Yeah. And the shipping was horrifying. It's like, oh god. It's like, you couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it does emphasize that there's the importance of commas. Actually, let's eat, Bobbert.
They knew it was your last meal together. Tina says, "Let's eat, Bobbert." Chomp, chomp,
Yeah.
chomp, chomp.
See? Yes. Yeah. Precisely. Yeah. Commas are important. That's always going to be a thing that I will defend.
Oh god.
All right, but yeah. It is, yeah. But I think I guess to extend the metaphor a bit, it is time to bookend this particular indulging of it until next time. So yeah, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters.
And subscribing
already. And on that note, until next time,
farewell.
Farewell.
Drugs.